Hello and welcome to another episode of How to Pixelmon, your instructional Pixelmon guide. Now today, as you can see on the side of the screen here, we're going to be going over two separate Pokemon. Two that are largely underestimated, but I've seen being used lately, not always necessarily by choice. And was that a yellow boss over there? That's a yellow boss over there. But anyway, sticking to their topic at hand, we have Azumarill, the evolved form of Marill, and we also have Corsola. Now both of these are of course water types, and a lot of people say that both of these are not very good. Now, although they may be correct, I can still have fun with these Pokemon. There's still a little something you can do. Yeah, I'll admit, their stats aren't exactly great, and there's nothing major that you can set up with these guys, but you can make them somewhat useful if you really have the dedication for it. Like, of course, those are your favorite Pokemon, I'm not going to deny that, but here's what we're going to say. Here's the advantage they have. Look at their shinies. They are two of the coolest shinies in the game. That is like I just really like that blue. I have one of these in the Poke Revolution series, and I am really just pretty happy with it. I'm probably going to just bring it with me the whole way through. It's just such a nice color, such a nice shiny. And then this is of course another quite interesting switch too. It just changes to a golden little water rabbit thing. So really nice shinies on these guys. But anyway, this is How to Pixelmon. So we must tell you how to make these Pokemon actually somewhat useful. So we'll start off with Azumarill, because, well, I have him at the top of my party, rather. So we're going to look at him, and here's the moves we're going to go with him. Now, Azumarill, he's got mostly tanky stats. But, you know what, let's actually look at this one first. He's got mostly tanky stats, so you would look at him and say, I probably want to set up something with tankiness with him. And yeah, you can. You can probably use him, get a Toxic off, but he doesn't really have any healing abilities or a lot of stalling abilities. So setting him up as a tank wouldn't really do a lot, because he only has a base 50 damage in attack or special attack. No speed to be seen. It's just not very good, no matter how you cut it. So that's probably not going to be an option. So what we are going to look into is doing something really interesting and going an all-out physical attack build. Now, if you train it fully in attack, it's not going to be like a really good attacker or anything, but it has some good moves. We got the Aqua Tail, Superpower. We got Dig, Rain Dance to boost itself up. Dig obviously can take out some electric targets if you get a chance to use that. If someone has a flying Pokemon to switch into, be warned, they will probably do that. But it's not really that bad of a moveset. Now, once again, he's not going to have a lot of damage, but with the defensive stats he has, he will be able to tank a hit, train him with health and physical attack. I think this guy will do alright. But what you really want to do with this guy is if you get into breeding, if you're doing a survival server and you can get the breeders running, you want to get Aqua Jet on this guy. Because with Aqua Jet, what we're going to do is put a choice band on him right here. With a choice band on him, these attacks will actually do damage after he's fully trained. So an Aqua Jet getting a nice, mean, fast water attack in, it'll be a pretty good setup. But once again, Azumarill, not the best Pokemon. If he is your favorite, then I'd suggest really putting in the effort and trying to set him up with the Aqua Jet. But if not, I'm sorry. Anyway, let's go to Corsola. Now, I really personally want to make a working Corsola. Now, the stats on Corsola defensively are even worse than Azumarill. So, it's really interesting. But the benefit Corsola has is he has moves to back up any defensiveness he does have. Of course, Recover. So if something can't do anything more than half shot him, he can just get his health back up, no problem. Refresh. It'll take Poisoning, Burn, or Paralysis off, so you won't be able to take him down with status moves. Of course, you need Toxic on him so you can kill anything in sight. And one thing I really like on him is Mirror Coat. Now, previously in 3.3.8 and under, Mirror Coat did not work, making this move and Wobbuffets, for example, completely useless. But 3.3.9 and up, this works. So pretty much if something hits with a special attack and gets you, then it will pretty much reflect it back at them and do a very good amount of damage. Now, there is also another little bit of a setup that I might prefer a little bit more, not on this one. Where's my normal Corsola? Corsola? Oh, he's not even out. I feel silly now, don't I? But yeah, look at this. We're going to take rid of... Let's just take out Refresh, and now we have Scald. Now, the reason to have Scald is, well, so we have one attacking move. It's can I look at the right Corsola, please? Thank you. So we have one attacking move, so we aren't just sitting there spamming Mirror Coat and recover all the time. But also, we can leave them burned. Now, if an enemy is burned, they do 50% of their attack. So that pretty much makes physical attackers much weaker against Corsola. Now, with this in mind, someone might switch to a special attacker, and that's where your Mirror Coat. So having a Scald and a Mirror Coat set up kind of helps you cover both physical and special attackers, and then you can just stall them out with the Toxic and recover. Have a really fun and trolly time. Corsola has potential. He's not as tanky as, like, you know, Umbreons or anything like that, but he's still a really fun Pokemon. Now, another way you could do, which is also a pretty fun one, is actually give him some moves here. Instead of Bubble Beam, probably give him that Scald as well for the same reason. But Recover is always a good move to have on Corsola because he does have that tankiness, get that back up. But we got Calm Mind right here. Now, this also, you know what, just because I definitely want Scald on this guy, let's get that point across. So we're going to go with Power Gem, Scald, Recover, and Calm Mind. Once again, we got the Scald combo, but instead of pairing up with Mirror Coat, it's pairing up with Calm Mind. Calm Mind not only increases your special attack, making these two do more damage, but it increases your special defense, meaning that special attackers will do less damage. So no matter what they send out, you have a higher special defense, you can cut their physical attack, so you're going to have a good time tanking about while still dealing damage with this type of Corsola. So I think Corsola has some really tricky strats that you can set up, and it'll actually be fairly useful. If it had better stats, I would use it in a second in a lot of different variations, because I just love the movesets they have. And Azumarill has got some crazy moves offensively. They just don't have the stats to back them up. But anyway, hopefully you guys will, you know, give one of these Pokemon a chance. I think, you know, if you really like the Pokemon, go for it. But we will see. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Of course, let me know what Pokemon you would like to see next on How to Pixelmon, and we'll get to it. So, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.